Hey, this is Chief Meteorologist Brad Benovich here at WCNC. Welcome to Friday. It is weather school for Friday, April 3rd, 2020, 1 o'clock. We try to start these every day, close to on time. Now, again, if you missed any of our previous weather schools, you can go back to WCNC.com. We've got the playlist there on our YouTube channel. You can go watch them. They're all going to be recorded. They're all being uploaded to YouTube right now. So if you missed one, you can share it later. If you want to leave this one while it's live, you can come back later and watch it, or you can use it anytime you want. Please share with friends and teachers. We'd love to see this spread around. Now, today's topic is from meteorologist Chris Mulcahy. It is about air pressure and how it works. To me, air pressure is one of those things. The first thing I do when I do a school talk is I always talk about high and low pressure, because to me, it's the most fundamental thing about the atmosphere to understand how it works and how weather works. So Chris is going to do some really cool experiments at home here that you can do as well. They're really cool things to explain how pressure works. And if you ever had an injury, like a joint injury, a hip injury, knee injury, you probably have felt weather changes. And that's primarily because of air pressure and how it impacts your body. But it has a huge impact on our weather as well. So today, Chris Mulcahy is going to be talking about how pressure works, and we'll see some experiments from Chris. It should be a great time. I will play it right now and come back and talk a little bit about what we're going to do next week as we go into week 3 of this. Hard to imagine we're going on week 3. By the way, weather-wise, beautiful weather later today and into the weekend. Temperatures in the 70s with sunshine, so get out and enjoy it after you're done with weather school.
Hey there everyone, I'm meteorologist Chris Mulcahy. Today we're learning about air pressure. At all times, when I'm standing here in the kitchen, when you're sitting down, air is constantly weighing around you, or you have that pressure that is surrounding you. We're going to do some fun experiments to actually show you what happens when you quickly change pressure. We're going to make a can implode. You probably know what explode is. That's when things go outward. Implosion is when they shrink inward. So here's what's going to happen. We are first having some cold water. I'm going to put some ice to make it extra cold. We have a couple of cans here. I put a little bit of water at the very bottom. So right now, this is boiling. That boiling water is releasing a liquid into a gas. That's called water vapor. That's pressing on the outside of the can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up this can. When you quickly put it to the colder water, all that water vapor is quickly going to contract back into a water droplet, and the can's going to implode. Watch this. What? Right? So what happened was, all that water vapor was pushing on the outside of the can. As soon as that water vapor turned back into a liquid when it hit that cold water, all the outside air pressure pressed in on it, thus making it implode. That was pretty cool. Do you want to do it again? Let's do it one more time. I have 2 cans here ready. One more time. You got to go quick. Again, if you're going to do this experiment, make sure parents are doing this for you, and you can get to watch the science as it magically happens. Ready? We went over this earlier in the week, but whenever you're looking at a weather map, there's either a big blue H, which means high pressure, or a red L, which means low pressure. A high-pressure system rotates clockwise, while a low-pressure system rotates counterclockwise. And did you know, a hurricane is just a really strong low-pressure system? Now, these are constantly changing and they're constantly shifting. And that's going to be the one thing that you're always going to notice. Here's what they look like. Whenever a low-pressure system is on the map, that big red L, likely it's going to look like this. It's either going to be cloudy, rainy, or snowing, depending on the season. And you're going to need the umbrella. The reason why, with lower pressure, there's less strain, less pressure weighing down in the atmosphere. That allows all that warm, moist air to rise in the upper atmosphere, condense in the clouds, and eventually could fall as rain, as what's happening right now. But whenever a high pressure system's overhead, it looks like this. Beautiful, clear blue skies. That also can be correlated with the big blue H on the map, or my fair weather friend, because this is the weather you can expect. The reason why, high pressure system is associated with sinking air. So that's fighting against that warm, rising, moist air that we typically have in a low pressure system. So as that cooler, dry air sinks, it kills off a lot of the clouds, and then you have beautiful looking days just like this. Okay, one more experiment. Did you know High pressure always flows to lower pressure. And we're going to demonstrate that here with our egg into a bottle. This is super cool. So what you need for this is a bottle, of course an egg. You need this to be hard boiled, and then you need to de-shell. We also need a piece of paper and some matches. So here's what's going to happen is right now the bottle has equal pressure inside and outside. But we're going to light this piece of paper, put the egg on top, and with the pressure differences, that higher pressure should squeeze the egg into this bottle. Now, ideally, you want one that has a little bit of a wider rim. We're going to push this with a Snapple bottle. All right, here we go. Again, we're using matches, so make sure your parents are going to be doing this, and then you get to watch the magic happen as it unfolds. All right, so I'm going to light this on fire. Go. Oh, it started. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, so what happened there? First off, you saw a quick little vibration. So the air inside the bottle, it was rapidly heating. But once the match went out, well, that air cooled. So it decided to constrict. That meant that the air pressure inside the bottle was a lot less than the outside. So that higher pressure eventually pushed the egg back down. Now, this one exploded. The reason why is that hole was a little bit too small for it. But a very, very cool experiment that you can do at home, again, with parents helping you out, to show what happens when pressures do not agree. So when doing this experiment, if you look closely, the egg rattles a little bit. That's that warm rising air that's escaping from the top of the bottle. See, the dogs loves too. So air pressure is constantly changing around us. It controls our weather patterns, and it flows from high to low. And one thing that we didn't mention in this weather school, maybe for another episode, the difference of pressure also creates wind. Hopefully you learned something here on WCNC Weather School. I'm meteorologist Chris Mulcahy.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, that egg experiment is really awesome. We've done that a couple times here at home. Obviously, you might ruin a good hard-boiled egg, which my kids love. Please, as always, as Chris mentioned, if you try any of these experiments, make sure you have an adult to oversee if there's a lot of hot, flammable issues with those experiments. But they are really cool things you can do at home, and most of us have all of those ingredients right now at home. Hope you have a great weekend, everybody. Weather School will continue next week. We've got a couple suggestions over the last couple days about different topics, jet streams, El Nino, La Nina. We're going to try to tackle some of those next week as well. Weather School will continue for our third straight week, and we'll see how long we can keep this going. It might go well into May. Who knows at this rate. But again, a great day to get outside. If you're done with your schooling today, your virtual schooling, get outside, do some virtual recess. Now, not virtual. Get out there and enjoy it. The weather's beautiful today, and it's going to be a gorgeous weekend. Thanks again for tuning into Weather School for Friday, April 3rd. Again, our website, WCNC.com, has all of these episodes on there in a YouTube channel. You can go there as well. They're all recorded there. You can watch them again or watch them one at a time or share them with friends or family. These are universal, not just for the Charlotte area. You can watch these anywhere in the country or the world. Have a great, great Friday and a great weekend, everybody.